Just Mercy and Internment Multimodal by Keith Langdon, Damilola Ulufemi, and Leo Percival.
In Just Mercy and Internment, they were innocent people who were treated as criminals due to the prejudices, biases, and power trips of the people put in command of the internment camps and prisons.
Activity was in one room except the bathroom. Layla says it feels smaller than a kitchen and dining area at her house. That means her whole mobile house was small, like a prison cell. Layla was in the situation because the director and the president had prejudice against Muslims.
They were innocent people who were put in internment camps because the president saw them as a threat. Because of the biases from the government, Muslims were treated as criminals from the citizens and the people in command. They had metal bunks that were pushed against the wall like prisons, and their walls looked like prison walls. These were innocent Americans who were treated just like a prisoner. Not only did their living space look like a prison, but the jobs they had to do were things prisoners do. She also had limited shower time, so she had to be mindful of the time. Layla had to change her entire life to try to make her treatment at the internment camps as comfortable as possible.
In Internment, there were multiple instances where the director had power trips. An example of the director having a power trip was when he punched Sohail. The director treated an innocent child as a criminal just because he was a Muslim.
A picture of the internment camp that Layla had to endure was illustrated. She says that all she could see were guards, guns, and fences, which sounds shockingly similar to that of an actual prison. Layla illustrates the living conditions that she is forced to endure because of the idiocracy of the people put in charge.
Sheriff Tate knew Walter was innocent, but because Walter was an African American, he immediately thought that Walter was a criminal. Because Sheriff Tate decided to convict Walter, he was treated like a criminal by not only the cops, but the citizens of that county as well.
Even though Sheriff Tate knew that Walter was innocent, he had no evidence against him. Walter was not only treated like a criminal, but in the eyes of society, he was one. Sheriff Tate knew that he had the power to get evidence against him, so he abused his power by bribing prisoners. The entire case was based on these false testimonies from the people Sheriff Tate bribed. This led to Walter being convicted as a criminal. This changed the course of Walter's entire life, and he was still seen as a criminal after being proven innocent.
Walter's family, friends, and people close to him all gathered together and found evidence that proved Walter's innocence. Even after this, the sheriff would not budge on the decision he made years prior. The life of a man was on the line, and he would not change his decision due to his reputation. Sheriff Tate then made his final decision that he would not overturn the wrongdoing of Walter's case, even though Walter was innocent.